Brittany here with Chrono Yoga on YouTube, and today we'll be going over some exercises to realign the lower vertebrae of the spine to provide some lower back relief, sciatica relief, and just make you feel a lot better. Now there's two common causes that we have lower back discomfort. The one is sitting on a desk all day, every day, and then our body is going to start to hunch inward, squishing those lower vertebrae. This is you. Grab a block, come into easy pose, and gently sit on the block to start to tilt your pelvis forward. Now, the second cause is that people are very active, the opposite lifestyle, and they're very intense in their actions, stomping a lot on the heels. And if this is you, and also engaging the core in, if this is you, we want to focus on letting go of the abdominals as we inhale. And you don't want to use a block because you're already going to be feeling some compression in those lower vertebrae. So you're just going to focus on really elongating the spine. If you're tilting forward, bringing it in. If you're tilting back, bringing it right to center. And even using the fingers to the side to press through the earth and give you some length in the spine. Start to provide space in the vertebrae. So now we're done with the talking. Let's get started in our practice. We'll be going through 5 exercises, starting with deep breathing. We're going to calm ourselves with Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale through the nose. Let go of the abdominals. Fill the belly. And exhale slow and steady. Let's take 2 more breaths like this. Now we'll go into our Ujjayi. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, a gentle 2 more times. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, press through the heels, the grounded edge of the feet. Bringing the fingers down to our side, press through the fingertips, gently lifting the tailbone, hug the shoulders down and bend the elbows if you need to. We're going to inhale, let the shoulders come together in the back, eyes come up. Exhale, chin to chest, belly all the way to the back. 2 more breaths like this, warming up our spine. Inhale, let go of the abdominals, fill the belly. Exhale, slow and steady. Make your way back to center. Ground the right palm, push through the earth and bend the elbow into the side. Left arm comes up and overhead, stacking the shoulders, lifting through the palm to provide space in the side. 3 breaths here. Exhale to center. Press through the left palm, bend the elbow. Right arm up and overhead. Lift through the fingers. 3 deep breaths. Make your way back to center. And we're going to stretch our spine in the last direction. And these are just our warm-up exercises to really give space to the spine and are great anytime you just have a little bit of pain and you need a little bit of relief. Right hand behind us. Press through the earth. Come up on the fingers if you need to really lengthen the spine. Left hand to the right knee, gaze over the shoulder, hug the shoulders to center. Take 3 breaths. Gently come back to center, left hand behind you. Right hand to the left knee. Press through the fingers, keep the spine straight, and 3 deep breaths. We'll make our way back to center and begin our practice, extending our legs out. If you have your block out, removing the block to the side for now. We're going to be going into our static stretch, really finding the alignment in our pose. So bring the palms right by the hips, press through the fingertips, elbows into the side, lift through the palms. You're going to feel this create space in the spine. And it's going to feel really good. Hug those shoulders down to center. Take 5 breaths here. Inhale, let go of the abdominals, fill the belly. Exhale, slow and steady. Now a lot of us will want to have the palms back. If this is feeling really good for you, then that's fine. But I suggest each practice you start to walk the hands closer. And this is going to get us to where we want to be. 2 more breaths. Now, we're going to start bringing some movement to this pose. We're going to inhale completely, filling the belly. Exhale, lead with the chest, bringing the chest just a little bit towards the knees. When you start to crunch in, you've gone too far. Keep that spine straight and exhale, back up. Inhale, back up, sorry. Exhale, chest towards knees. Inhale up. Two more breaths. And sit up nice and tall. Now, if this is providing you any soreness, you're feeling a little bit sore, we're going to inch the butt forward, walk the hands underneath, and come into a dynamic bridge. Inhaling the butt up, exhale, lowering it down. And continuing here while we continue through our stretch. Now, if this is feeling pretty good for you, then you found your alignment. We want to keep going for another minute. So really push through. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Close the eyes, tune into the sensations of the body. Keep the breath slow. Taking 7 more breaths. If you're in the bridge, still keeping the breath slow. And just moving along with us. One more breath. And when we're ready, we'll make our way back into our Baddha Konasana, our bound angle pose. Now, this is an amazing pose for realigning, creating space in those lower vertebrae. Now we don't want to press the full foot together. The grounded edge of our foot and the heel, that's going to target the muscles that we're looking for. Finding our place at center, pushing those knees gently down. Three more breaths. And it's normal if you're feeling leg or hip tension at this time, breathing into it. Now we're going to go on what they call a camel ride in kundalini yoga. Inhale, grab hold of the shins. Inhale the shoulders back. Exhale again. Belly to back, chin to chest. This one's a little bit more dramatized. Going slow and steady. 7 more breaths just like this. Keeping that spine long, feeling the energy coming through the crown, lengthening the spine. 5 more breaths. And if you don't know what that means, energy through the crown means really lifting the head all the way up so that we elongate the spine. And one more for good measure. Finding our place at center. I'm going to move back to my mat for this next exercise. We're going to cross the ankles, rock them forward, and walk out into our malasana or our garland pose, a nice squat. We want to have the feet out wide enough that we can ground the feet. Now put the fingertips on the mat, on the ground. Now you see my shoulders are naturally coming forward. I'm going to hug them to center and down and into the body. Come up onto the fingertips so that my chest and hips come forward. Now I want my weight balanced on my feet. I'm going to press into my big toe. That's going to be easy. Now when I press into my pinky toe, it's going to really open up my hips. Here's where we're going to breathe for 5 breaths. Shoulders at center, chest and hips gently tilted forward, pressing through the inner and outer edge of our feet. 5 breaths. Four more. Keeping a slow, steady pace to the breath. Keeping our alignment. Now we're going to inhale, keep our chest where we're at and straighten the legs. As we exhale, we're going to come off the toes and drop the butt, keeping our chest again where it's at. Inhale up. Exhale in. 7 more breaths. Beautiful. Now, We're going to ground the heels, come back up to our inhales. We're going to go into one more dynamic stretch here, and this is going to be a little awkward, but it's really good for our spine and our back. Reach the hands underneath the ankles. You're going to have to gently bend the knees. And then we're going to twerk a little bit. This is called the Buttock Bones. Gently bouncing the butt up and down. Closing the eyes, take 5 deep breaths. Shoulders hug down. Chest and hips gently come forward. 3 more breaths. And then we'll ground the palms and gently make our way onto our knees. We have done a lot of work to the spine, so now we're going to relax it in our extended puppy. We want our knees to be right above our hips. And then we're going to walk our hands out. As we do, we can come onto our elbows. So we can lower our chin down to our elbows. For a lot of us, that's what's going to feel best. It's going to make it easiest to keep those knees underneath the hips. Now, for others of us, we're going to want to go a little bit deeper. And we can walk that chest all the way down to the mat. Extending the arms even if we want to. Whichever variation feels best. 5 breaths here. Letting the body just melt into the mat, not worrying about holding tension. We're providing space to those lower vertebrae. And when we're ready, we're going to walk the elbows in underneath the shoulders. Press the earth away. We're going to inhale, gently twist. Exhale back in. Inhale the other side. Drop that shoulder down. Exhale in. Keep on going. Using the pace of breath that nourishes you most. I had some coffee today, so mine might be a little bit faster than yours. This is detoxifying the body, detoxifying the spine, and really adjusting it back to the place we want it to be. With nice lean muscles and plentiful space, no crunching that makes us feel that tension we don't like so much. Two more breaths on each side. Doing our best to keep the hips over the knees. Then gently making our way back to center. We'll walk those arms forward and take 5 more breaths here. Now keep walking those arms forward so we can come all the way down onto our belly. Our last pose is one of my personal favorites for the low back because I actually had low back issues myself, and I wound up in both of these sections. Very sedentary life when I wasn't super active. So this was the pose that really provided me the most relief. It's called our Sphinx Pose. Palms on the ground. Press into the fingers. Push the elbows away. Hug the shoulders together in the back. Even though it's a light pose, it's very active. You keep the fingers spread, pressing them into the body. Pushing the elbows away. Hugging the shoulders together in the back. Close the eyes. Take 5 breaths here. You'll notice this is targeting right to the lower back. And if it feels too tight, walk the feet out a little bit. The toes away from the body and keep the rest of the body in alignment. 2 more breaths. And now we're going to make this dynamic. Inhaling the feet apart. Exhaling them back in. Keep that upper body in position. 7 more breaths here. Beautiful. Now, we've gone through all of the exercises that are really going to make our lower back feel a lot better. It should already be feeling a lot better, a lot more relieved. So we're going to roll onto our back and enjoy our Savasana. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't tune into Savasana, and the teacher, so I have a lot of you students out there, then there is going to be a breathing exercise that will detoxify the body afterwards. So making sure you tune into that. We're going to roll onto our back. If your lower back is still bothering you, bending the knees in. This is going to help ground the lower back. Let us stay supported. Walk the palms down to the side. Letting the shoulders be away from the ears. This is going to relieve tension and stress from the body. Close the eyes, tune into the breath. Inhale, peace, and exhale, release a little bit more onto the body into the mat. Gently wiggling the fingers, the toes. We'll gently rock into our seat. And we'll end our practice with some pranayama, some kapalabhati, which is a cleansing breath. Helps to detoxify any stresses that our lower back tension has caused our body. Now those of us desk sitting issues, Bringing that block to the tailbone, gently tilting the spine forward. We'll close the eyes and tune into the breath with 3 deep breaths in and out of the nose. After our next exhale, we're going to start forcibly exhaling at a rate of 1 breath per second. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Taking 2 more breaths. Slow, steady, in and out of the nose. And beginning our next round after our following exhale. Deep breaths in. Complete breaths out. And taking 2 more breaths before our last round. Taking 3 more deep breaths. And gently opening our eyes. We'll end our practice in true yoga fashion, taking a moment to think about the wild similarities between all of us and letting go of our focus on the differences to start to eliminate some of that stress from our mind as we say Namaste. Thank you for joining us on Chrono Yoga YouTube. I recommend for those of you with chronic lower back pain, using this 2 to 3 times a week to start. And when you start to feel control over that pain, where you start to be using some of these techniques whenever you're feeling that you need their therapy, then you can start to reduce that, but really coming to this often so that you're realigning the spine in a healthy way. You're slowing down the breath. You're letting go of the abdominals as you inhale. And most importantly, you're finding an effortless place to stack the spine where it's not bowing out or in, causing that lower back compression. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.